Becoming a billionaire at the age of 29 is no easy feat, and this impressive achievement constructed Sam Bankman-Fried's image as the new golden boy of Silicon Valley. As the founder of cryptocurrency exchange FTX, he had built a reputation as a savvy tech nerd who just wanted to make the world a better place by doing good with effective altruism. Even with a net worth of $26 billion, he was known to shun the suit and tie, and instead wore a plain old t-shirt that was stretched out at the collar and comfortably slept on beanbags at the office. He seemed like a new breed, a young, humble tech billionaire, the fresh breath of air we all needed in Silicon Valley. But as his empire began to crumble, shady practices of his company came to light, and the fancy velvet curtain was pulled back on his supposed humble lifestyle he so often bragged about. And what was left behind the carefully curated facade was not what anybody ever expected from the fallen golden boy. Before we dive in, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on videos like this. Sam Bankman-Fried, known to many as SBF, was born in 1992 to two Stanford law professors. After graduating from MIT in 2014, he worked at a trading firm, Jane Street Capital, where he discovered a way to make an incredible amount of money trading Bitcoin, a cryptocurrency. In 2017, he left Jane Street Capital to start his own company, Alameda Research, which he founded with MIT friends and former colleagues. While at Alameda, he exploited a loophole in which he would conduct Bitcoin arbitrage by buying lower-priced Bitcoin in the US and selling them at a higher price in Japan. This is how he made his initial fortune, moving up to $25 million of Bitcoin every day and profiting from the price difference. In 2019, SBF started his next endeavor in cryptocurrency, FTX. FTX was the world's leading cryptocurrency exchange. It was a place where people could trade and store different types of cryptocurrencies and tokens for a fee. FTX quickly became one of the largest and most trusted cryptocurrency exchanges, averaging a reported $10 billion of trading per day in trading volume in July 2021. While building his fortune, SBF strategically positioned celebrity endorsements to bring in more FTX users. He was cozying up to some of the most well-known and powerful A-list celebrities, including Tom Brady, Gisele Bündchen, Shaquille O'Neal, Larry David, and of course FTX spokesman and investor, Shark Tank's very own Kevin O'Leary. And this was all part of his elaborate, massive fraud that was years in the making. With his company amassing a staggering $32 billion in 2022, you could say that the 30-year-old was on top of his game. Before his fall from grace, SBF was often regarded as the modern-day JP Morgan for helping other crypto companies in tough situations. He was the poster child for the movement effective altruism, which involves studying various charitable endeavors, figuring out which ones do the most good, and directing money to them. As one of the biggest supporters of this movement, he was celebrated as the white knight in the crypto community. But all of that good that he was supposedly doing was just a facade. For what he was really doing was taking money customers had deposited in FTX and then moving it over to the hedge fund he founded, Alameda. But the rabbit hole doesn't stop there. His then girlfriend Caroline Ellison was the CEO of Alameda, and the former lovers were working together to build their crypto empire by funneling cash to Alameda to cover its risky bets and debts. In a crypto bull market, billions of dollars flowed freely amongst market participants, which allowed Alameda's use of FTX funds to go largely unnoticed. According to the transcript of Ellison's recent plea hearing, the 28-year-old admitted that she and SBF conspired to conceal the fact that the hedge fund could borrow an unlimited amount of cash from the exchange from FTX's investors, lenders, and consumers. She also admitted that they conspired to defraud them. As these shocking details unravel, one has to take a big step back and ask, how did this happen? How could we have trusted SBF? How could we have not seen the signs? Were there any signs? Let's start with the disheveled appearance that he was so proud of. During his role as the CEO of FTX, SBF was mostly seen sporting moppy hair, wearing stretched-out shirts and baggy cargo pants, and humbly driving a Toyota Corolla. He also slept on beanbags in the Bahamas, where he controlled FTX from. He has also once said that he wanted to make billions, perhaps even trillions, just so he could give it all away. But it is clear to us now that his uniform was just an effective means of announcing to the watching world that somebody as important as SBF, with all the good that he was doing in the world, simply didn't have the time to worry about what he was wearing, because he was thinking such big, important thoughts that could change the world. SBF had previously mentioned in an interview, "You pretty quickly run out of really effective ways to make yourself happier by spending money." He also went further and emphasized that he would not like to own his own yacht. What an ironic statement to make, considering that recent investigations reported that he actually owned a multi-million-dollar 52-foot HCB yacht. But this yacht purchase is just the start of it. When SBF resigned as CEO of FTX and the company filed for bankruptcy, court filings revealed that he had used FTX money to support a lavish lifestyle for himself and those in his inner circle. He reportedly spent over $40 million on food, ultra-luxurious living arrangements, and hotels in just 9 months. While fashion or dressing up may not be his thing, he certainly did not hesitate to drop $5.8 million to rent a luxurious penthouse in the Bahamas. He reportedly lived in this deluxe residence with a few roommates, some of whom he may have been involved with romantically. He also frequented the oceanfront Albany Resort, a hotel featuring its own yacht marina and a golf course. Not a bad way to relax while the crypto community agonizes over their money that vanished overnight. SBF also reportedly dropped $3.6 million as payment for rooms at the 4-star Hotel Grand Hyatt in the Bahamas. But that's not all. Another $800,000 was spent at the 5-star Rosewood Hotel, a whopping $6.9 million on meals and entertainment. And on top of it all, he dropped another $2.4 million on catering services. He's also said to frequent a Bahamian boutique bistro called Coco Plum, where he often spent $2,500 on lunch for himself and the FTX staff. Workers at Coco Plum revealed that the restaurant was one of several that delivered lunch to the FTX headquarters on a regular basis, adding that the total cost was about $10,000 a day. SBF really didn't know how to dress well, but he sure knows how to eat in style. After filing for bankruptcy, SBF was arrested by Bahamian officials with the charges of fraud and other allegations, including criminal charges that accused him of overseeing a multi-billion-dollar fraud scheme through his crypto exchange. He initially signaled that he would fight being extradited back to the US, but unexpectedly changed his mind and allowed extradition to proceed. After unsealing an 8-count indictment that accused him of money laundering, fraud, and campaign finance violations, he was taken into custody by officers on the request of federal prosecutors. SBF has pleaded not guilty to all charges and still insists to this very day that he is innocent. He now stays with his parents in their $4 million Silicon Valley home, located on the edge of Stanford University's campus in Palo Alto, California. Not a bad way to spend his time under house arrest after a whopping $250 million bond. As he awaits trial in 2023, the U.S. government has continued its investigations into his money laundering and fraud and has recently seized nearly $700 million in cash and assets from him. As noted in the court filing, the assets were discovered primarily in the form of Robinhood shares. As this case continues to unfold in the coming months, it seems that there is a lot more left to uncover, and with the collapse of FTX, he has now earned himself the new nickname Sam Bankman-Fried. So what do you think? Have we already seen the extent of his spending? And do you think that he is innocent? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.